All right, awesome.
Let me see what screen is showing. Okay, so we are live. All right, this is Crimson 60620, and I am here with Galactic Panda Gaming. And what we're going to be doing today is we're basically going to be talking about different things in gaming. I invited him on because I saw some of the games that he liked, and liked some of his playthrough that he was doing. Um, Here, take it away, Panda. Anything you want to say?
Uh, okay. Well, first of all, what's going on, guys? Galactic Panda Gaming here. Um, yeah. And thank you, Crimson, for having me on here today. Greatly appreciate that. Um, but yeah. Did you what did you want to talk about first, Crimson?
First, the type of games you like to play.
The type of games I like to play. I'm well for like right now. Um, I'm really liking. Well, hold on a second. Let me reword that. The type of games games I like to play are like mostly like action adventure and fighting games.
Okay, okay. How long have you been gaming?
I've been gaming since uh since I was a kid. I think the first game that I ever played was Mortal Kombat back on Sega Genesis. That was the very first game I ever played. So, and what was it? I've been gaming ever since. I'd say like my favorite system probably would have been the Dreamcast. I got that. I got that. I think I still have that system actually. I don't know. It's stored away somewhere. But I've always loved gaming. Always had a passion for it, and I'm kind of glad now I'm in a position where I can do what I love. On a platform like YouTube, and it's a lot of fun doing a gaming channel. And I'm not one to really. I never really cared about how many like views it gets or anything. I'm all about like playing what I love, and hopefully I will attract like-minded individuals. Uh, you know, in hopefully a lot of people like-minded individuals that enjoy the same things that I like. And we can all kind of build like I guess like you were saying a while ago, like a community, and just have fun together. So
All right, man. I don't want to seem like I'm putting you on the spot. Um, Me myself, I've been gaming a little bit longer. My first system was Atari 7600. I was about 7 when I had it, but for me, I actually like gaming because it was just another puzzle to figure out. I actually know I talk about this in one of my history of computer gaming versus console gaming.
hmm
Which one do you like, consoles or computers for gaming?
I've always been a console kind of guy. I'd, I'd much rather prefer like just your standard gamepad over mouse and keyboard any day. But that's not to say I don't like PC gaming. There are some PC games that I do like.
Okay, so the next question, and what's I have to ask, what's your favorite game?
My favorite game,
It doesn't have to be good; it can just be your favorite game.
well, man, that is a tough one. It would probably okay. Well, it's kind of like I have two games that are stuck on like number one. It would probably be Final Fantasy VII or Devil May Cry. Like just like the series in general.
Okay, okay, I can respect that. I actually like a game that's in two games that's close around Final Fantasy VII. One was called Parasite Eve, and the other was called um, Xenogears.
Oh, nice, nice. I
If you
don't.
if you've played those, I believe Parasite Eve had the demo for Xenogears, and they all came out around that time where SquareSoft could do no wrong with gaming.
Oh wow. Jeez. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played either of those, but I have heard of them though.
They're both on the PlayStation 3's PS1 classics.
Really? Oh, okay. I'll have to look into those.
So my next question to you is this: what made you start gaming on YouTube?
What made me start gaming on YouTube? Uh, I would have. I don't know. Like, well, there's. I guess I could say there's a couple of streamers that influenced me to do this. One of them being I don't know if you've heard of him. His name is Maximilian Dude. You've ever
I've heard
of
of
him?
them. I've heard of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. He really. I would say he's one of my main influences. Him and Dashy Games. You ever heard of him as well?
I haven't heard of him, but I've actually heard of it. Surprisingly, the person that actually got me to do a lot of YouTube was a guy named Yossi Croshaw,
Hmm.
and his gaming, his gaming playthroughs is somebody. The way he did it with his friend is one of the main reasons why I actually start streaming, because he was never I'm going to beat this game. He was talk about interesting stuff um, while I play games. He usually had a friend that he did the games with.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
It's called Let's Drown Out. It has some episodes and it's kind of a fun thing, but we're not here to talk about me. We may be doing a hangout where you can ask me questions.
Okay.
Let's talk about some more things about yours. Now, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to see if it works correctly. I'm going to actually bring up your channel. So let's see if I can screen share. Um, Go ahead and I'm gonna screen share your channel now. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm up on your channel. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, great. So, um, how long have you been doing YouTube?
Um, I mean, aside, not including this channel or my
Mhm.
last channel that I had before that, I'd say I'd been doing YouTube for, I mean, since like '07. Like, and that, like, I had a channel like back in '07, but uh, I used to upload like anime music videos. That's what I
Okay.
really started doing on YouTube. And it wasn't I wasn't consistent or anything. I just like it was just a hobby that I liked, and I uploaded a couple of those. I remember I had to delete uh, all the videos that I made because they all got copyrighted, of course. But yeah, that's kind of where I really started YouTube. But it was more of like just for fun, let's see what happens kind of thing.
So I'm actually looking at some of the playlists that you have. I see the Bloodborne. I know you're doing it. The Dragon Ball Z Fighters, the Shadow of the Colossus, which I'm
Hmm.
probably going to go back and get myself. Sonic Mania, Transformers Devastation. I kind of didn't like that game, but it was just not my play style.
Hmm.
Any special games that you enjoy streaming?
Special games that I enjoy streaming. I guess I guess I could say like one of my favorite ones that I've streamed so far was Shadow of the Colossus. That was a fun one. Yeah, I really enjoyed that game. It was a very good game. Is and yeah, and it was a lot of fun to stream, and yeah, this and I think I have it in the playlist in its entirety of the gameplay. Probably another one would be probably Kingdom Hearts, which I did recently. That was a lot of fun as well. And I think I did it. I did a stream for Devil May Cry number 3. I've only done like part 1 so far, so uh, it was good to like do that. Be that because it, that's actually one of my favorite game series of all time. Like I was saying earlier, so
I know how difficult it can be starting a game series and then not being able to actually complete it, especially those games like Devil May Cry. It because I've actually played the DMC, and it's one of those games where I wanted to get back to, but I didn't stream it. Is it a game that, besides the Devil May Cry 3, is it another game that you just really want to stream?
yeah, and of course, I would love to stream it. It's just I just wish I had more time to stream. So
All right. Hey, give me a second, man. Hold on. I'm gonna let you take the. Oh, you got him. All right, great. Sorry about that. But what do you do multiplayer streams? Not necessarily with somebody, but do you do just competitive game streams?
um, well, yeah, I do multiplayer. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I'm like competitive, but I mean I do multiplayer streams for Dragon Ball Fighters.
Okay. Yeah, that looks like a fun game. If it was a
Mhm.
game that if you could be an influencer, one of the true influencers, what game would you want to do? Either past, present, or future game. What game would you for a game,
Mhm.
past, present, or future? What game would you really just say, hey, pay me, I will do this game. You don't have to pay me a lot, but I want to do this game because I love it, and if you're gonna pay me for it, great.
Okay, so uh, probably FF7. I'll probably do FF7.
Did you download it?
Uh, I haven't actually. I don't know. I just I keep forgetting that it's actually on Steam and the PlayStation Store. So I actually have my original copy somewhere around here.
Yeah, that's dedication, man. That's dedication. Um, okay. Another question. Do you do anything? I know you said you did anime videos.
Hmm.
Do you do anything outside of the gaming now?
Anything outside of gaming? I I like to I like to draw a little bit from time to time. I haven't drawn anything, but that's kind of one of my hobbies outside of gaming. So that and what was it? What was I gonna say? Actually, yeah, that'd probably be related to gaming. But
No, go ahead and say it. It's This is your floor, man. This is your floor.
well, I was gonna say probably just outside of it would be just uh probably just reading manga and comic books and stuff. So
What's your favorite manga?
my favorite manga, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's called Siren, like with a P. It doesn't have an anime for it. It's just a manga. I have most of the volumes with me. I have yet to finish it though.
Hey, I understand. I like not weird at manga because weird manga can lead off into certain rabbit holes. But one time, because I grew up in the '90s, I
Hmm.
actually read the complete manga of Sailor Moon, the one
Oh, nice.
that she went back and re-released, and
Hmm.
it was a lot different. And of course, the manga was better than the anime, although Crystal turned out nice. Now, you told me your favorite manga. What's your favorite anime?
Favorite anime? That's a tough one. That is a real tough one. Man. I mean, I'm gonna go out on a whim here and say probably, and I know this is, I might get so much crap for this, but probably Yu-Gi-Oh. Probably be my favorite.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We don't have time for that because it's time to duel. No, no.
Yeah.
Real fact, real fact.
Mm-hmm.
When I was first manager of a retail store, I used to go out to a town that's probably about a half an hour away by by car, but an hour and a half away by public transportation. It
Mm-hmm.
was this guy that we took the train together, and we actually that's how we basically would talk. I bought Yu-Gi-Oh cards,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a fun experience. I was young. I actually I recently just got married to my wife, and what happened
Oh
was
wow.
I took a job where it was just a stepping stone to actually get a little bit more money because
Mm-hmm.
newly married, you need money, and it
Yeah.
was just one of those things where we actually played Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I came up with some great combinations, not as great as in the show, but it was actually pretty fun. And the funny thing about it is things like that, not just gaming digitally, gaming competition where
Mm-hmm.
it's just friendly competition, I find helps cover great divides. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I am somebody who likes to have conversations in the classical form of debate, not the screaming, shouting matches, but hey, this is my point. What is your point? And let's see where it lands in the middle.
Yeah. Like kind of like let's see what happens kind of thing.
Exactly. And one of the things that I'm trying to do is I play PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a PlayStation person because I like RPGs. I've always liked RPGs. So I do PlayStation. But I want to actually have a conversation with people that may not like RPGs, may like action adventures, may like shooters. Oh God, I hate shooters, but they may like shooters. Um, I want to actually start that conversation because we have so many echo chambers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've had conversations with people outside of the internet, and
Oh
when you
yeah.
have those conversations outside of the internet that just don't follow gaming or don't follow internet drama as much as you do, you start to go have that conversation. They look at you like you're crazy because that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter to them. I feel that, hey, as a collective conscious, we all can not get along, but we can all find common ground where we can actually get to know what each other would point of view. It's like that great scene in. Have you ever watched The Watchmen?
Um. Like, are you talking about the
The movie, Zack
oh
Snyder.
like okay I saw it like a long time ago.
So it was this great scene towards the end where Dr. Manhattan says,
Mm-hmm.
without condoning or condemning, I understand where you're coming from. And that's where you don't have to all get along. But when you see somebody else's point of view, it actually it may not change your all of your actions, but
Mm-hmm.
it can at least give you a point where you can understand where they're coming from, that they're not just some other.
Oh yeah, and I would say I would have kind of the same mindset uh, when it comes to that. I really do like to hear people's perspective because I want to see if they have something different to say. Other than this saying the same thing over and over again. Like, does that make sense?
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Now, One of the main reasons I wanted to actually just have a hangout with you, I was actually watching your Kingdom Hearts playthrough, the
Mm.
one that you just did, and I noticed your fighting style, even though it was. And I know this is video games and it's only a
Oh yeah.
certain amount, but I noticed the way you actually played was different from the way I played it. And I actually recently have that probably
Mhm.
about a year ago on my channel. And I noticed that I said I had to get this guy because he did a different way, got the same results. Especially the part where you were playing Freak Amsum.
Yeah, yeah.
The favorite line, submit, you know.
Oh man. Yeah.
I think Team 4 Star kind of really did that line, like meme the hell out of that mine. But
They really did. Low team 4 star.
and you know the funniest part about it is when I saw, because it was one part where you were when they the big heartless ship, and you actually was like, okay, I'm not gonna win this way, and I saw you just cheese it a little bit. It's like, yeah, he's going behind him to try to dodge him. I was like, yeah, yeah, that's what we all did. I didn't get a chance to ask you, were you playing it on normal or what mode were you playing it on?
I was just playing on normal.
Okay, okay. Um, yeah, don't play that on proud mode unless you're really, really threatening to break your controller.
Yeah, I've heard about proud mode.
I mean, like if you grind, you're good. And I thought I saw you played Bloodborne too. I know you're getting into
The Souls games.
yeah, the Souls games. Um, I, I, yeah, Souls games. Yeah. It. I'm not stuttering because I don't know the words. I'm stuttering because I am trying to communicate without having all the 4-letter words that I want to use about those games.
Yeah, I understand.
Um, Now, one of the other things that I do want to make sure that so I know I ran into your channel because of the I Am a Creator, and I know they're having a I Am Creator-thon today. So I don't want to step on too many of their toes. So
I
I
think they
think
had it
there's
yesterday. I was on it yesterday.
okay, okay.
Mhm.
Um, and that's where I see the growth of the community from
Mhm.
my community at least. I do want to actually just thank James and Vern for like the helps that they've given me to actually grow my channel
Mhm.
with all the support that guys like you and everybody else is actually giving me.
Yeah.
Um, and I actually enjoy your gameplay. I did have a couple of questions that go to the technical side, maybe me stealing some of your trade seekers and tips. What's your setup like?
My setup. I actually have a picture of it on Twitter. Uh, I don't know how to screen share on this, but and can I even screen share?
It's a you see the in the top left hand corner, move your mouse under the green
Oh,
arrow.
oh, okay. Here we go. Here, let me log into my Twitter real quick.
No problem, man.
Let's see here. Guess just still be up there. I posted it like not too long ago, so oops, wrong one. Where do I go to? I'm still new to this Twitter thing.
Actually, let me see if I can help you out because I think I got it. So, what I would do is highlight go to your picture on the main screen.
Okay. Oops. But I saw it a while ago.
Now, I think if you go to media, it'll let you actually do your pictures.
Okay. Oh. Oh, I'm getting closer. Here we go. Here it is.
All right.
Okay, so let's do the screen share. Okay, so wait, can you see it right now?
All right. Yeah, broadcasting you. There you go.
Okay, so this is basically my setup. I have my gaming monitor right here, and it's hooked up to my PS4, and this is my computer, which my tower is down where my feet are, and all the little pop figures, as you can see there. Um, and
Which one is better, Green Ranger or White Ranger?
I gotta give it to my boy, the White Ranger, because I don't know. He just I always felt like he was much cooler, even though he's the same person. But
I don't
but
know. I remember that episode where Tommy was just fighting off the whole world, and they just had to come back and save him. But he was like, "No, I'm gonna go down without fighting." But that's just me.
yeah. Well, I mean, I like both, but if for preference reasons, I'd say preferably I'd say White Ranger, but I love them both.
So, okay.
Okay.
So we went up your setup, your actual physical setup.
Uh-huh.
What do you use? Like, what do you use to broadcast? Do you like what's your setup that you use?
Okay, so here, let me show you real quick. Oops. Well, one of the programs I use is Photoshop for my thumbnails and stuff, and this is actually where I make my overlay as well. And
Nice. Cthulhu Mythos.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was I haven't read like the mythos, but I just like as Cthulhu as a character, I like. I think he's pretty cool looking. And hold on. See, this is one of my main programs that I use. It's just OBS. You can download it for free. And this is what I use. This is basically the main thing that sends out the message to YouTube, and this is where I control everything that I'm doing live. And then this entire background right here that I made in Photoshop. So,
great.
Yeah, it took a while to learn how to do this. But I also have a graphic design background as well. So as far as the graphics go and everything, the channel art, that is all made by me. So
I understand how interesting that can actually be and time consuming. When you want to stop screen share, you see that at the bottom where it says stop screen sharing.
No, wait, oops, didn't mean to click that.
All right,
there we go.
All right, so that's great. I personally, what did I do? What did I use? I use OBS as well. So let me ask this question, and this goes into how you're set up and how it works for you. Do you find it beneficial from streaming on the PlayStation Network or just streaming straight to YouTube? Which one is actually better for you?
I think using I feel like I have more freedom doing it in OBS because like if there's a problem or something, I can just go to my computer monitor and fix it, accordingly as to something going wrong with the PlayStation live stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, sorry guys, I have to exit the game and go fix it, kind of thing. So I don't know. I feel like I just have more freedom with OBS.
All right. Great. Um, Matt, this has actually been a great conversation.
Mhm.
How do I put it? God damn it! I think I'm running on being hungry. Oh yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to ask you.
Mhm.
Okay, so my longest streams for gaming really is it actually tops out about 3 hours.
Mhm.
How do you have the discipline to stream? I think I saw a stream that was like 5.5 hours long for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Um, I've been I've been known to do even longer sessions than that. Like I remember when I was in high school, like I remember playing Final Fantasy X for about 8 plus hours, and I wasn't hungry. I wasn't thirsty. I mean, aside from a few bathroom breaks, that's pretty much it. Like it was just a straight playthrough for not playthrough, but session, I guess. Yeah.
You know, the funny part about it is I actually have a job in a call center.
Really?
Yeah. So the me actually doing this, actually getting on and talking to complete strangers on a communication wise
Hmm.
is something that I felt that I can actually transfer to from my job to this, and it's actually worked out well for me. What tips would you give for, say, like up and coming person that wants to stream?
An up and coming. Okay. Well. First off, I would say that it's your first couple of videos are not going to be that great. Um, I if you look at my first video, you'll see that I'm completely different. As in, the way I do things to how I do things now, and you can even tell in my voice. Like I remember, like I watched my first video that I had on this channel a couple of days ago. I was just like, wow, I was like super boring. I kind of talk like this, and and we're gonna play this today. I was like really like I guess almost monotone kind of sounding, and and for a while there, like I tried to be like I guess well I mean and this is for anybody who's been with my channel for a long time. Like for a while I tried to be like overly like kind of energetic, and I felt like that really wasn't me. And then like when I started live streaming, I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna be overly excited. I'm just gonna be me. Like just be yourself. Just talk the way you would talk. And one trick I used is just talk like you're talking to like a friend, someone that you pretend like you're talking to a good friend that you know already. Pretend like you're talking to them. It's I felt like that was a good technique to use, and I felt um it still serves me to this day. So.
No, I get it, because one of the things that actually I like to do is I like to treat the freaking games as if I'm talking to somebody in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for me, I go off on tangent because, okay, maybe I've been playing games that include a lot of mythology lately: God of War 3, Hellblade, God of War 4. And I know the different mythologies that go into them. Other games where, like, let's talk about one of my favorite games, a feature playlist on my channel is the Kingdom Hearts series. I talk about that. Smite. Oh God, I can sound like a freaking encyclopedia on ancient mythology when it comes to Smite, because I just study them. Any Egyptian or Greek god, yeah, I kind of study him, and I find that I you said something earlier when we were talking where you want to play games that you're interested in. I find the same thing because people can tell when you're fake. I tried Fortnite.
Mhm.
I I hate Fortnite
Oh, I tried it too. I tried it too. It
because,
was bittersweet.
and it's not because I didn't win. It was I hate Fortnite because I'm a stealthy character. It's the reason why I like Horizon Zero Dawn because I can be the sniper. I've done playthroughs of Far Cry 4. I always go for a bow. I think one of my channel game intros is me literally picking up a bow in 4 different games and just being that sniper, being that ranger, and it's just one of those um, great gaming things that I like. You can on different open world games or different types of games, you can use different weapons, and I tend to gravitate towards a bow.
See, and I saw that. Actually saw that on your Facebook banner, which was pretty cool. Like it was like a animated kind of like banner. I thought that was really interesting.
Tell you what, easiest thing I did with it. You know how I did it?
How'd you do it?
Share Factory.
Really? What?
Most of my videos I do with the Share Factory.
Wow. I didn't know that, you could do some stuff like that with it. I never knew that.
It's really constrained, but as
Hmm.
they say, you're an artist.
Hmm.
I'm sure things that you could not do, you found workaround, and
Oh
so
yeah.
constraints breed creativity.
Hmm.
That's one of my lessons that I've always learned for whatever I do, be it from gaming. If I can't do it this way, I need to find a creative way around it. Just like if I can't draw something as I don't have the skills to draw something a different way, I find a different way. The
Oh yeah.
the freaking God of War fake picture that I put on, that was I wanted to actually make a for the God of War when I first got it, but other things that I have like my different art, things of that nature. How do you show people how to draw with limited tools? You take your PlayStation camera, you get a mic stand, and you get a boom mic stand, and then voila, you have an overhead camera.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally know where you're coming from on that because when I first started my channel, I didn't have my computer that I have now. I had an old laptop, um, and I had to. I I I was trying to do like multiple, like try and figure out multiple ways around not using a capture card, and I did, finally, because like there's a little program called PlayStation Remote Play and a little program called Lolio Game Recorder. So I found those as a workaround to actually start making videos and content for my channel. Um, and it was really good because like I couldn't afford a capture card at the time, and I really wanted to start my channel. So I'm, I had found that workaround and just went from there.
All right, so we're gonna actually wrap it up in the next 5 minutes. I have to go and take care of some real life stuff. I'm going to probably be on for broadcasting notes. I'm probably be on about 7 p.m. today, or about 8 p.m. today, to Central Standard Time to do some more God of War gameplay. But I'm going to ask you a couple of other questions, uh, and then if you have anything else to say, we can go ahead and end this. First of all, besides gaming, what else do you want to do for your channel?
I would much like to do. Um, well, I'm predominantly a gaming channel, but for like maybe I would like to do a couple of I guess I would say like maybe like movie reviews. Um, just other stuff I like outside of gaming. And like I said, like I said, I like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I mean Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of related to that. But in my book, it kind of still it's outside of that realm a little bit, but it still kind of ties into gaming. Like, does that make sense?
No, I get it. Totally get it. Next question. Favorite superhero?
Favorite superhero? Probably Spider-Man. He's always been my favorite.
Why Spider-Man?
Because I feel like I feel like, I don't know. I've always felt like, I can relate to him a little bit, sometimes, and I've always liked, smart mouthed characters, and I also like Deadpool, so I've always like leaned towards the funny character, like the comic relief,
Mm-hmm.
and another example would be probably Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles. I've always loved him.
Heretic. Ralph was the best.
everybody, a lot of people like Raphael. I mean, he was pretty cool, but like I said, I always I felt like he was too serious sometimes.
Well, from the '90s movie, from the original live action movie, he was the best. But they kind of like you can only do smart Alec right so many times, and if you
Yeah.
don't know how to do it right, then stop. Next favorite thing. If you if you could, what would be your goal for YouTube, and like what would you consider your goal for YouTube?
My goal for YouTube. I mean, quite honestly, I know this probably be a long shot, but I mean, I would love to do this for a living. Just like do gaming for a living. Like I know that a lot of people say that, and a lot of people I get that all the time. Like not from, I'm not saying I get that from you, but like from other people. Like they tell me it's like, oh, well, everybody does that, or blah 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 blah. It's like, well, I mean, to me, it means something. It has more meaning than just money. I'm not interested in it for the money. I'm interested in it because I love it. It's something that I love, and I would like I said, I would love to do it for a living because I love it.
All right. Final jokey question. When can we see some of your art?
Some of my art. I mean, I got an old sketchbook somewhere around here. I can probably pull up any like recent drawings. I haven't done any, but I kind of want to get back to it. So.
All right, all right. I may actually challenge you to a concept, not the straight picture, but a concept, because I like competition in the friendly kind, but we can probably set up a duel or something of that nature. Last thing, anything that you want to actually, I know this is going on my channel. I'm going to try to see if I can get it on your channel too for you, but anything else that you would like to say in the end?
Like closing statement, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I guess for anybody who's watching this, and if you want to start YouTube, just do it. Just do it. I mean, and if you don't have the necessary equipment, like like we were saying earlier, find a workaround. Try and find a workaround. Once you find that workaround, just hit the ground running. Let it go. Let it go from there.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody who's watched live and who's watched the playback. Um, Galactic Panda Gaming, I want to thank you for allowing me to host my first Hangout. Um, hey, if you want anything, a Hangout that you want to throw, any other questions you want to ask me, hey, I welcome it, God.
Okay.
And you're on my PlayStation Network. If we have some shared games,
Mm-hmm.
we can probably go and either go kill a lot of people together or get murdered by a lot of people together. I want to
Yeah, I'd love to, dude. That'd be awesome.
thank you for actually accepting the Hangout. hey, if you want to have other conversations about different games, I know this has been strictly on gaming. I'm a little bit of like an insane person. I talk about everything on my channel. If there are other topics you want to have a conversations with that, and you want to have a hangout on, let me know and
Okay.
I will schedule it for you.
Okay. Oh, one more thing I want to say before I go. Um,
Sure.
yeah. Dude, we should get Video Game Maniac on here. Like, just saying, he's a cool dude too. I don't know. He's part of the I'm a Creator group. If you've ever seen him or heard of him.
Yeah, we actually should network that. I mean, like we can call them out at the end of the video. Video Game Maniac, you need to join a hangout with us. The only rules that I say is no fanboyism.
Oh no, he's a completely rational kind of dude. You know,
No,
from what
that's
I,
that's
yeah.
great, and that's my thing. I can't be a fanboy. I
Oh.
I look. Here's the thing. And this is kind of funny about me. I'm one of those people that am anti-authoritarian.
Mhm.
You just can't tell me because I say so and I take it.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
hopefully I can. That's my goal for YouTube, not to be the best and top YouTube in the world, although it will be inevitable. But um, actually, I like to have those conversations. I like to have
Hmm.
the infection of ideas. Doesn't mean you have to follow my ideas, but I
Hmm.
love to actually share ideas. And so, once again, man, I do want to thank you. Everybody, check out Galactic Panda Gaming channel. So, I want you guys to really enjoy his channel and just take a look at his channel. This is Crimson 60620, and thank you guys for watching. Okay.
Peace out, dudes. Later.